You come up. Because you the one told me you wanted to do this. It's like, what y'all doing? Because he was kind of standing back over here. All the rest of them was right there like they was.
That's sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's sick.
And I thought, you know what? Thank God y'all not as sick as Charles Manson, but
Yeah.
that tells me y'all would do some cuckoo shit
I probably had.
like him. Thank you. Ooh, let me get my lotion on my hands. They extra dry.
How far Cam is in traffic now? I was hungry.
All day. What's that? Chicken on string?
It's why you want some of my food? It's like yeah.
You know, I don't like chicken.
Oh, your bad. I'm trying to eat it because I know Cam gonna try to eat my food.
Of course.
You said what? So Cam don't eat your food.
I know he is. He get here, he gonna try to eat it.
I know that's like me. I was like, I'll get a bucket of chicken, maybe. I said, but then when I saw that line, I was like, you know what? Let me go right here at Taco Bell and grab me a chalupa right quick and be done, so I could get on back. If you don't read that can't Nick when I sent that to y'all in the text.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I said I didn't want y'all getting a walking out on me like Donald Trump did to 60 minutes.
You heard that on the interview?
Yeah. He told her she was asking tough questions. You're coming across, and she said, so
It's an
you
interview.
can't handle tough questions, you know?
And you the president.
Yeah, of course I can, but you're just being so mean. And he got up and walked off.
He be the person pushing out insults and just so soft.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling Cam went to sleep.
Who cares?
Hello?
Look, I'm trying to make sure you didn't fall asleep on us.
No, I ain't going to sleep, man. I'm on another line about a business deal I just got.
Oh, okay.
So,
Call us right back. Call in.
Give me just a second, y'all. Hold on.
Yeah. No.
He told us, no, I'm gonna hang up. You call us.
Mm.
We're gonna put us on hold.
Yeah. Talking about y'all can hold on. You need some water, Nick? I just grabbed me one.
It's a sausage in here. You want one of these sausages?
Nope. I eat pork.
I don't know what it
You a
is.
Muslim?
I got some chicken.
I ain't mad at you. You know we gotta mess with you.
Where you get this Chinese food from?
From the people that like cat and dog. And very delicious too.
What Trump called it, that cold food? I don't
Yeah.
want that.
It's sesame chicken.
He called it that.
He's stupid.
He cold food.
And you know what? I'm done. I asked.
Right. Look,
Thank
peanut
you.
butter and jelly in there.
Right.
Look, I you saw my refrigerator. I ain't been to the grocery store yet. Shit.
Well, you know y'all grew up on that. Don't
Yeah.
act like you did.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter and Chinese food.
Okay, right. Shoot. Where you go? Right up here where Fiesta is.
On Cat Wisdom, the rice garden. They got it to go.
Okay. Cause that one right there by that Fiesta is good too. That buffet. Okay. Little artist, little Nick. Kel, find the Third Eye Vision pictures. Shout out dolls. You know, talented brother from our spoken word event. That's enough for him. I ain't gotta put all that other shit. Y'all can say what y'all want to at the end about yourselves.
We have 24 cents, bet.
All right. We're rich.
We're rich.
Where you want us to take you? We rich. So where y'all apartment at, Nick? You know we gonna have to come inspect.
It's
We're gonna come in like this with our gloves on.
it's over there by North Dallas. It's off the university.
Off of 75.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Stay in this well they kind of like lost, but they're called the T.
Well, I need to call Cam. I got local artists, Lil Nick, Kel Davis, founder of Third Eye Vision Pictures, Jada Dolls, young talented brother from Spoken Word Events, Cameron King from Security. What's our security?
Oh, he said he's Kingdom something. He told me.
Oh God Almighty!
What's the name of?
Gracious Master. Yeah, him and Jalen with these names. Gracious. I started to put on my boat shirt. It's hanging behind the thing. Cause got this big old Q behind us. They don't know what quad is already.
You still in bumper traffic?
I just made it home.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sure. FLA.
So what you want? What your bio you want us to talk about for you? What you want us to say? What's the name of that thing? You said Kingdom what? Okay.
Kingdom Security. And you do personal protection. You want me to say that part? All right now.
And you still doing life insurance? Okay.
Okay. I mean, by the time we get started here in just a few and you make it here, my hope is at the end, y'all can, plug your own stuff. But that's going to be like the intro that I'm going to do. And just say Kingdom Security offers personal protection, level 4, that kind of little jargon. When your shit drop, is it dropped already?
Okay.
Nah, November 13th.
November 13th.
All right. See you in a little bit. Bye.
What's dropping a album, CD, a mixtape?
So
Okay.
it's a mixed CD.
No, it's not mixed. It's just like the 50 Cent version mixtape. So it's just a bunch of songs. It's like an album, but it's
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's gonna be like on iTunes and all that little stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Not like
I
a tape.
just say
See, when you say
iTunes.
mixtape, we thinking of a tape.
Yeah,
Oh,
cause we
no.
in tapes. Yeah, I mean when you say mixtape, that's what that mean to us, man.
like
Okay, so how I need to say that then? That's
just-
still the way to say it, though.
Yeah,
mixtape. Okay.
kind of mixtape.
All right. Okay.
It's
On
available on iTunes
iTunes.
and all.
Okay. I'm gonna start with iTunes. Then at the end, you say all your shit.
Yeah.
Cause see, I ain't supposed to fuck that shit up. Y'all, you be looking at me like I ain't even tell you that, girl. What you naming? I'm be like, shoot, he on the corner with this shit tomorrow.
It's slanging CDs.
Yeah. Out the trunk. Hey,
Out the trunk.
that's what Dr. Dre and them used to
I
do
know it.
and made it. So shoot, if that shit work, be like
It most
Corona
definitely
safe, Eric. Are those y'all masks?
I think this blue one. I don't know about this cheetah one.
Okay.
This
Who else was over here that day? That the cheetah one.
I don't know who cheetah
You sure ain't y'all done left so much stuff.
mask that is. We did. We left the charger, the mask. I always leaving stuff over there.
Well, hell, take it with you, cause I mean,
You can watch it.
yeah, I already washed them. That's why they wrinkled up like that. So
Thank you.
yeah, I already washed them.
Okay, so Nick. Okay, so I've been trying to. I think it's gonna have to happen next year.
What?
But the platform for them to in Dunkerville,
Yeah,
so we can reserve
I
it.
meant to call you. Yeah, you already talked to him. Go ahead.
So we can like we can okay.
Look, that made me think. I'm like, well, damn it, I was supposed to call her. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we can reserve it for next. Okay, like
Mhm.
the Sioux spot. You know where we used to practice at Lakeside Park.
Mhm.
I can pay $50 and we can perform up under that what's that little thing?
Pavilion.
Pavilion.
Mhm.
Y'all can do it up under the pavilion.
Mhm.
And then, but my thought, I was trying to figure out how we just sell tickets online and stuff for people to come out, how we would do that. But we could rope
Yes.
it off.
Yes.
And, we have our little, still our, like, security.
Mhm.
And then the one on Dunkerville, they had an actual stage where you could perform outside. And
Yeah.
then that one is actually $150.
Right. I mean, the thing, like I tell you, the way they did the movie screenings thus far, they only released to passes to people via Facebook that was in a group they created.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they already knew on the list who said,
So we can
yes,
do
we're
that.
attending.
And then, do the event ticket.
Uh-huh.
They purchase on the event ticket, and I make come, and we'll know.
Yeah, but I mean,
And then we
to
do that.
limit, though, because event ticket, I haven't used that. How would we limit?
Because you set up for, it'll tell you, like, how many people you want to have. Like,
Oh,
you
okay.
can do the
Gotcha.
people-wise.
Gotcha.
And
And
then
so
be
when
like,
we reach that
yeah.
number,
Yeah,
then,
and then,
I mean, because then that way they paid whether they show up or not. We got the money.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Also on the website.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Mm-hmm.
and then also they have it,
I mean, that's
it'd be just like the fair park lawn chair.
Mhm.
They bring their lawn
Yeah.
chairs.
Mhm.
It'd be like
outdoor
event.
And we can mark off where they sit them, even because COVID ain't going away
you
no
can
time
social
soon.
distance.
Yeah.
And if they couples, they be together.
Yeah. That's why they did the movie
Mhm.
screening in that theater. When I did whatever the hell that movie was, it was a damn good movie too with Gerard Butler. But anyhow, they had it, because they figured ain't too many people gonna be coming to the movie by themselves.
Mhm.
So they did like 2 seats, and then these 2 seats were blank. To put, they did double seat for space, and then 2 more seats, and then like the ones that brought 4, they were like, okay, as long as ain't nobody in these 2 seats right here, take that rope off of that to make your 4, but then put it over on the other 2 where it's still a space, like that. So
And Vic said he'll do that, perform for that too.
okay,
So I got him.
okay.
Of course, JT wants to open it up, be like the MC of it. So
Okay, whatever.
Fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
whatever. Look like electric boogaloo.
Yeah. He told me he lost some weight. I said, I hope you did.
Okay, whatever. With that hair, you can stay fat as long as you do something with that. Yeah, that Jungle Jim looking hair.
And then
And then got to lock Jalen down.
Yeah,
but he told me he's gonna have to actually give up the job at whatever point. This might be his last
but
week.
His senior.
Because he got more classes now that they done put on it for his college, his dual credit thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So this might actually be the last week making him work work like a nigga.
They working like full grown man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when he texted me and said 9 to 5, I was like, 9 to 5? I said, damn, them's real hours.
Real hours.
Yeah, what the hell? So, yeah.
So, that'll be next year.
Mm-hmm.
Event.
Right.
Then we can do, I just brainstorming, like we could actually do a room, like a little event room,
Mm-hmm.
when we make some money.
Mm-hmm.
And have them, we could do a round table up in the event room, like a big old, because B. Cole, he said he'll come.
Mm-hmm.
He just told me to let him know, because he'll actually come and bring some of his men up there. And then and all of them be sitting.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's where I planned on introducing this anyway, was like the first of many to come, because we have not done one. We've been saying we won't do one with y'all anyhow.
But
we hadn't done one.
He said he might. He gonna see what they really have going on at the church and see if it's a way he can do a scheduling and have it at the church.
Okay.
So he's like, he's gonna look and check that out. So either way, we have an option.
Yeah, have an option. And I ran into last night at Alicia's, one of her customers. She has connections and already with somebody with music and stuff, to try to help produce and some other things like that. So anyway, I got her card. I need to invite her to our page and stuff so that we can, because she already have some connections.
Oh yeah, that'd be easy.
So
Like
yeah.
connect there.
So
Did you finish how you started my song?
What song?
The one I told you to finish.
You talking about Laura?
Mm-hmm. Can we get that
I have
started?
not started. Oh damn. I've just been working on it.
what you say? Once y'all got a darn sectional up the elevator, huh?
Yeah, most definitely. You had to put all that stuff in there.
Yeah, I know.
Damn, a rail in the closet fell down. We had to get that fixed.
No. Wow.
This apartment stuff is
Interesting, ain't it? When you get your grown man on.
Yeah. Totally different.
Yeah, when you get your grown man on, that shit,
Totally different.
shit get real for real then, right? Stuff start falling down around. This woo-wee.
Like, this was just perfectly up here. It fell out of nowhere in the middle of the night. Over
Yeah.
here. Do.
Yeah. You like, what the wood?
My black instinct kicked in. Francie was like, go check it. I said, nah, it'll be alright. I'll go check it in the morning.
Let's see.
Say something.
Hello?
It's not moving. What's happening?
Nigga say hello. Say something. Was that Jada?
Oh, I don't know.
Shit, I just thought
like
about
it.
it. Hold on. Let me see.
What's number?
Because I can't even remember what his number is.
Chef said we don't answer unknown calls.
And I forgot. She's
Yeah,
like,
that's him.
okay, I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah,
she
yeah.
said he was gonna be calling.
Yeah.
Let me call that. So we're calling.
Because we can get started too with him.
Yeah, because the other coming in now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Watch him.
Afternoon, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing good.
What's up, Jada Dolls?
Hey, everyone.
How you doing?
I'm well.
Good. Look, I'm gonna when we get this really started, I'm gonna give like a quick intro of you guys. All I'm gonna say for you, just something simple like, hey, young talented brother from our spoken word event. But at the end is when, we'll give y'all a chance to like kind of tell what y'all have done or what, line of work you're in or, whatever you want to say about yourselves at the end, but I'll just do like something a little simple and quick there with that. And I definitely appreciate you, always appreciate you. Yep. Uh-oh, shit. Answer the phone. Okay. Yep. Trying to get it going. Cam got stuck in traffic. Kel ended up getting a business call on his end. So, so we get it together here, Jada.
We can get y'all right.
Yeah.
That's life with the just keep it
Yeah. Look, I wrote my thoughts before I got to y'all's question. I was like, oh my God, I was writing down what I'd say for the interview. Like, shit. I wrote that long ass stuff. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. I wrote my whole thought down there because I was trying to think of like, just something quick enough, but then obviously y'all are the men, so y'all know what your issues really would be,
Mm-hmm.
So, but, okay. And then Cam, did I send him the Cam? Was he in that email with y'all?
I'm pretty sure he was in that.
I mean, that text. I don't know. If he wasn't, he can get here and read them or call in on the way up, whatever.
Nah, he wasn't there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Y'all can
Ready to get going?
let me get the live. That's Kel.
Okay.
Merge everybody in. Hey, Kel.
Hey, what's going on?
Okay, I got everybody in.
All
Jedi.
Yes, I'm right here.
Okay.
All right. Kel, what I'm gonna do? I was telling Jada and Nick, I'm just gonna give like a quick intro of you guys, and then at the end, we'll allow y'all to plug that whatever y'all want to plug about yourselves. You know what I'm saying? And everything. I'm not gonna try to mess up nothing. I'll just say you
Really?
you the founder of Third Eye Vision Pictures. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's all they need to know.
Okay, I ain't mad at you, player. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you, nephew. I ain't mad at you. Yeah.
I'm just messing with y'all.
Yeah.
You know I'm
Right. I appreciate you coming on. You know I do. So, shoot.
Oh, yeah, I got you. You know, ain't no problem.
Okay. All right. Well, we going to get ready to get started here, y'all. So, all right. We count down is on 1, 2, 3. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Quad Men's Roundtable, the first of many. We're going to have with us on our panel, we have a local artist, Lil Nick, whose mixtape will drop on November 13th on iTunes. We got on the line Kel Davis, founder of Third Eye Vision Pictures. We have Jada Dawes, a young talented brother from our spoken word events. And coming in a little later, bringing up the rear, will be Cameron King of Kingdom Security Personal Protection. He is bodyguard protection and everything. So we got this panel pretty good put together. And we just wanted to talk to our local brothers about all the different events that are going on out there. So I want to say welcome to everybody on our panel, and I appreciate you coming in.
All right, thank you for having us. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, let's start off with, we've had a few questions that have come in already. So we're going to start off with what is going on affecting everybody right now. COVID-19. What impact has it had on your lives and the lives of the people around you? Feel free. Anybody jump in on that one for me.
Oh, well, as far as me, I guess I just have the most easiest answer for that question. Like, I really haven't been impacted by it because only 2 people I know was confirmed to have it, and they both turned out to be well and okay. So as far as COVID, it hasn't affected me as much as everybody else, but it's very different wearing a mask every day, doing a bunch of things to stay safe on a daily basis. So
Right.
different.
Right. Our callers, has it affected you guys in any way? Or anybody around you?
Yeah, it's affected my business in a way because I actually have to do interaction with other people. So basically, now it changes the whole dynamic of things because we have to make sure that everything is sterilized. We have to make sure that we are wearing our masks. And it's just got to go through all these different protocols. And then they have all these different training things that they've changed up on us as far as like what we have to have as far as like when we on set. But a lot of independent people are not doing it
Right.
to the fullest. But as a whole, it still make you kind of nervous because you don't know who actually has it, and you're putting yourself at risk every time you go to set and things like that. So it's a worrisome problem for us, but at the same time, it's changed how we work as far as like with my business. If someone needs a video for their business, now making it hard on them to actually make that decision. So now I'm having to put my business on hold and find something for me to get through this time.
Oh, wow.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still able to shoot things because I had things that was already solid that I was shooting for.
Okay.
So, but it really kind of like changed that dynamic of where I was getting business all the time, but now it's like I'm hunting for the business.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so it's definitely well as a black business owner with the a whole what is it PPP aid. Were you able to get a part of that? Be a part of that
Man,
or
I wasn't able to get a part of it.
right?
You have to have all these different things. You still have to have your credit in order. My
Uh-huh.
personal credit is not that great,
Right.
and that's because of other situations that we will not discuss.
Exactly.
But you
Exactly.
already know what's going on.
Right. I
You know,
understand. I
it is
understand.
what it is. You
Right.
know?
Right.
Yeah,
I
so it's
understand.
really on something like that. But also, I actually acted a little bit too late, and people had already started putting into those. I think they're not even doing them anymore
Right.
because people was doing a lot of fraud with it.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So they caught so many people doing fraud with it. I think they took it up. Well, you can't even do it anymore.
Right.
You can't even apply for it.
Exactly. Yeah, well, that's a good point you brought up that, even with that aid, a lot of people would be like, yeah, just do that. But there was more to just doing that, like you said,
Yeah, there's a lot more to it.
Right, right. Well, Jada, has it affected you in any way or personally?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've had loved ones who've had COVID. My significant other, she is not worked at her office since I think about 5 months now.
Right.
So that's a whole new dynamic with her being in one place as opposed to an office where you're around other people and mingling and whatnot.
Right.
So I knew it just time to spend more time with her. I certainly don't mind. I love her quite a bit, but also, my parents are still in town, so
You're right.
balancing that out. In regards to my parents, I was very fortunate to still have my mom's mom and stepmom both are living in. One lives in Miami, and the other lives in Silver Spring, Maryland. And I've not been able to see my grandma in Miami since sometime last year. I don't remember exactly when, but it usually would have definitely already been by now. And my mom had to postpone tickets that she purchased previously for that travel. And when my youngest sister, husband were having their first child together, my girlfriend being the real one that she is, she and my dad, we all flew to Maryland to rented a car to drive back to Texas. And when we were in Maryland, I got to see my grandmother, but I was literally just seeing her. She would not eat. I couldn't hug her.
Oh, yeah.
I said I love you through the door.
Right.
And that was it. But I had to respect it because, her being in her mid-80s,
yeah, that's true.
Your body can potentially respond differently, and that's a risk she was not interested in, still isn't interested in taking it. And so I get it. I get it. And the other thing I'd say real quick is just in terms of watching how it has impacted Black America is definitely impacting me. I have a lot of friends that do different events, have a different initiative, and for them to have had to put a lot of that on hold, it's hard to see.
Right.
It's hard to see because
so
often we don't have these nets to fall back on, or other ways in which to immediately pivot that other people might have.
Yes.
Nevertheless, that's where we're at right now. So we just we got to find a way.
That's true. That's true. Now you're in the criminal justice system now, working, correct?
I am. Yes, ma'am, I am.
And how does that how's that impacted with you guys with the prisoners or in the detention center or whatever? Do you guys still have to wear masks once you're inside, or how's that going?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much required at all times. I saw a fellow, I don't even know a lot of people that work there, but he was, I think it was yesterday, he was going through without his mask on. He was in the outside part of the facility, but you're supposed to have it on in the building at all times. But
Right.
I put a joke to someone, he must know something I don't, because he is just going around without his mask on. But unfortunately, we absolutely have to have them on.
Right.
Some of the nurses are a bit more insistent that we have them on, and I absolutely understand and respect that as well. So there's a consistent effort to stay protected, and I encourage, whenever I'm having to do escort or anything like that, I encourage anyone who I'm escorting to have that mask on as well.
Right.
So I go and make sure that they have one before we go to wherever we're going.
Right. Well, speaking of the criminal justice system and pandemic, would you guys consider the criminal justice system towards African American men a pandemic with what all you guys, we've had to deal with this system and how you've been treated in this system?
Well, that's always been a pandemic.
Yeah, right. Right.
I'm not. I'm not actually surprised about what's going on.
Right.
It's been going on for so long.
Yeah.
And I'm just open to the change that's trying to be made. Like, even with the backlash that some of the people are getting from trying to figure out, okay, what can black people get?
Right.
We have to start just trying to get something.
Right.
Because why are we giving them votes, and no matter who is in presidency, we're not getting anything that comes back to black folks.
Exactly.
We're not receiving anything. So at this point, it's just like, what is the point?
Right.
We're not getting anything anyway out of either party.
Right. Right.
So at this point, we just need to figure out, okay, what can we fight for ourselves and get for ourselves?
Exactly.
And quit worrying about everybody else.
Yeah.
Every time something happens, we jumping on everybody else's bandwagon before we even get what we need done first.
Right, right. That's true.
So,
that's true. I agree. I do agree with that. I mean, because I'm with you. I don't care parties or whatever, no parties. I ain't part of no party. I'm looking at policies as opposed to parties, because goodness gracious, like you said, we give one little inch. And then everybody else get the whole football field, and we only getting an inch off of that,
Exactly. Exactly.
If we get that, I mean, because
90% of the time we don't even get that.
Right.
And we're doing all this fighting for all this different type of justice, but when are we going to receive anything from this?
Right.
All this tearing down, I can care less about statues being torn down.
Yeah.
It means nothing to me. I've been seeing it my whole life. Like, it means nothing to me.
Right.
I don't even pay attention to half of it.
Right.
And I understood what it was when I was a kid, so why are we still talking about, I want to take all that symbolism means nothing to me. Show me results. I want to see action.
Right.
Why are we going through the same changes and we're not getting any different results? So we the fool. We keep going in circles with these people. So we just need to make some changes.
Right.
In some type of way.
Right. I agree.
Like, as far as me, I don't really consider it a pandemic. I consider it a tragedy. Like, me being young, since I was 5, I watched my uncle get handcuffed in front of me and beat for asking for his house shoes. And that just kind of like set a different tone in my head. And so I just learned about politics and more of that nature. And neither Democrat or Republicans are for us. And I know that being 23 years of age and knowing that these parties have done everything against our people. So why are we asking these parties to help our people when they're not going to help us? They just only gave us torture at this point. So I just think we got to find another way around this problem and stop looking for these people to help us because they're not.
Right.
So
Right.
do you really think that it comes about stop asking for a handout and start trying to figure out how to make the change? I think that's a
Yeah,
part of the problem is we always expecting something and we're not putting
yeah,
the work.
Yeah.
yeah. It's most definitely a point where we got to take action. We can't just be sitting right here holding our hands out and expecting people to help us when they're been seeing our hands out this whole time.
You're right.
So
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Right. Well, Jada, you have any input on that as well?
Oh, I do. I definitely do. And the input started even before I started working at capacity. I guess I'll start with the fact, though, that regardless of how regardless of the diversity of opinions, and I hear and respect them all,
Mm-hmm.
truly do. The fact remains that for the last, I would just round up to 50 years at least, the Democratic Party has been largely able to take the black vote for granted.
Right.
And that's at every level of government, whether it be local, state, municipal, national, etc.
Right.
So as one of the brothers was saying, show me results. So in this case, and he's right saying that, but in this case, results aren't going to come without pressure being applied.
That's right. Right.
I know, having been married before,
Mm-hmm.
that if I wanted to see something different in my relationship,
Mm-hmm.
with me as the man that's either going to come from me showing leadership,
Right.
which there are times in which I did, and times when I fell short.
Right.
Or in addition to showing leadership, setting boundaries of what is and what isn't gonna happen.
Right.
And so in that example that I just gave with a marriage, but any kind of relationship, the same thing applies to politics. Politics is an example of that kind of bond in terms of a marriage. It really should be just a dating situation. It should never be till a death do us part. And for far too long, for us, it's been a death do us part.
Right.
And politically speaking, if someone knows you're always gonna be there for them,
Right.
that you can just you're always gonna be there for them, and you don't have to really bring that much to the table. You don't have to dress up, look good. You don't have to provide anything. But at the end of the day, that person's still going to be there. In this case, the group. Why would you provide all that needs to be provided? And so that's what's happened more often than not. A lot of times with our political reality in these decades. Now you couple that with the reality also of far too many of our leaders, quote unquote, being in position and power for way too long.
Right.
Yeah.
And they get to the point of almost being institutions in our community.
Yes.
And the same thing kind of happens where they will show up for the giveaway, show up for whatever other event, might do a dance here or there, and that's about it. Well, that's nice to be seen,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd rather you feel me than see me. I don't have to be all up in the video like Diddy.
Right.
But,
Right.
if I'm still making it happen, then that's really where the power is. And so demanding those policies politically is what really is what we're starting to see now as an imperative of what we have to do if we want anything to happen.
Right.
because it's just been held hostage for way too long.
Right.
Politics is an exchange.
Right. Yeah.
And so it shouldn't be that I'm going to give you this vote because of your political identity.
Right.
It should be, what do you bring it to the table? Okay,
Right.
you're bringing this or that to the table. Do I agree with it? Do I want it? Do I need it?
Right.
Etc.
Right.
And then from there you're able to really move properly.
Exactly.
And the last thing I would say to that is that I go on camera right now and say my last beard hair.
Right.
Which I'm not supposed to have right now anyway, but we got masks on, so I'm letting it rock. If someone could show me a broke police officer,
Uh-huh.
or a broke any kind of law enforcement official,
Yeah.
I'd be able to keep my beard here because you're not going to find them.
Right.
And so I say that because in regards to black men, we don't need everyone to go out and take that up as a career option. But there's far too many of us that are missing out on an opportunity to really set a groundwork of financial stability
Mm-hmm.
in a job field where you pretty much always have job security, but can also be a part of the change that you want to see. In my position, I'm serious about treating everyone right.
Right.
I don't care what pressure comes. I want to do what I need to do.
Right.
That pressure's already come, and I've stood up against that pressure to do otherwise. And so I just wanted to highlight real quick that opportunity is there
Mm-hmm.
to apply pressure even on the inside.
Right.
And that's a part of the solution that we need as well.
Yeah, part of the game. I mean, because that's what, for me as a woman, and this is the men's roundtable, so I definitely value you all's opinion on this. For me, my outlook or perspective, when I hear people say, well, Obama had 8 years, he didn't do anything for us. My opinion, we didn't make him do anything for us. Instead, we were caught up in the euphoria of it all that we got a black president and just expected him to do stuff. Even though we also know, like with Jackie Robinson, anytime we were the first at anything, there were roadblocks for them. So even if he wanted to do more, because he had a criminal justice reform plan as well that got tabled, I mean, we look at how they pushed through Amy Comey Bryant or whatever her name is, Barnett, whatever, right now as a Supreme Court justice within like 5 seconds. But it was held hostage when Obama had a nominee, and it was 8 months worth. And the same Lindsey Graham, they held it, So it's like you said, we got to apply the pressure on whoever's side and let them know that we're not rocking with y'all just because you the elephant or the donkey, because in the end we're being the asses.
Right.
And that's just my take on it as a woman, but I mean, as you guys, it sounds like y'all got the same thought process as the way I'm looking at this, because
I just think that we got to hold them accountable on these things, because everybody understand how business works if you've been a part of a business.
Right.
And whenever you're trying to grow that business, you always barter with people. You barter with other companies, and basically based off of what you have to give, they have something to give. So if you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Right.
We don't do that. We just scratch their backs and
Yeah.
them to do the same for us.
Yeah.
And we don't hold them accountable for that.
Exactly.
We just go ahead and give our votes to them because we're like, okay, this is the person. He's the worst of the two evils. No, I mean, they can't really make anything happen
Right.
Congress anyway.
Right.
So, but we have to look at it and say, how do we get what we need?
Yes.
Like every other group.
Right.
How
Right.
do we barter our powers of saying, okay, we control votes like this. We can just take our votes over here.
Right.
What they saying they'll give us this. Maybe we can start getting some change. But we so caught up into this Democrat
Yeah, Republicans.
Republican thing
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just an illusion anyway, because like I say, if you don't run the Congress, you can't get anything passed.
Yeah, you can't get nothing
So no matter
passed.
whatever Obama came up with,
Right.
if they wasn't letting it pass, it didn't make a difference.
Thank
Right.
you. That's my thing, Kel. That's what I was really trying to say, because I'm like, what do you not understand? You know, I want to take them back to what am I trying to say? Where they say conjunction junction.
Right.
You know, where it's like, do you?
Junction.
Yeah, where you don't know how a bill gets passed. You know
Yeah.
how it got created. You know, it's like we out here, they playing chess and we playing jacks. We not even on a board. You know, I ain't even saying checkers. We ain't even on the board, you know. And then other groups come in and they get the stuff that we have fought for, to say we complained about, and then they reap the not us. Why? Because we never.
Make a point.
Yeah.
They make a point to look after each other.
Yes.
Regardless if I like you or whatever,
That's
we're
right.
gonna make sure that this family, when they come over here, they're good.
That's
Right.
right.
We're
That
gonna set them
part.
up with a store.
That's
they're
right.
good. They're gonna be in a position where they're gonna make money.
Right.
So we don't set each other up like that. We don't even buy from each other.
Right.
The crazy thing about what I do, I have a white friend who works for me. That's my business partner.
Right.
And he works normally under me because he owns his own business, but 90% of the time he's working with me because I'm the one getting the gig.
Right.
So basically, they will go speak black people.
Yeah.
Go speak to them.
To him.
First,
Yep.
when I'm the one who set this whole thing
Think up. Yes.
everything that's going on in here,
Right.
they will go speak to him,
Right.
and he'll come back and just tell me what happened.
Right.
Because like I told him, I said, if they come to you, just act and just let them talk.
Right.
And we get whatever we need to get
Right.
out of them.
Right.
He's here for a purpose.
Exactly.
Because I need to get in.
Thank
I
you.
can get in.
Exactly.
So, but it's just crazy that I have to do that with our own people.
Right.
And then when they hear a certain price, oh, can I get
Yeah.
A discount.
or whatever?
Yeah, yeah,
Can
yeah.
I get this?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
too high. It's too
Yeah.
pricey.
Yeah.
Would you
Oh,
ask,
brother.
would you ask Nike to give you a discount on that? Or
Thank
would
you. Exactly.
But you're coming to ask me something when I'm trying to just start this business.
Right. Right. Just trying to get it
They want a
started.
hookup.
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
from us, yeah, from their own, as opposed to, like you just said, I mean, they'll go and they'll pay full price for, for the man, as they say, that same the man that they claim is holding them down, and so I totally agree with you on that. It's like even for us with Quad, we've handed out our price sheet. We vetted this to compare, to make ourselves competitive as consultants. And then we were still, some of them, oh, well, okay, we'll get back with you. And then later on, we see that you did the same thing with the man, that you asked us to do.
And you paid more with the
Yeah,
man and did not get no results.
Yeah, and they got zero results, because then you turn around and start calling us back. And, and wanting us to help you out after that. And it's like, that's just, it's like, where did the real brotherhood go? It's like New Jack City. Am I my brother's keeper? Well, yes, you are. You shouldn't be Nino Brown and blowing my head off me, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. That's true. But those that are, we need to form that coalition again, so that's why I will continue to thank you all, both, all of y'all that's on this panel now, because we all are trying to cover one another. Y'all know I got y'all. If you're hungry, I got a piece of bread to share with you, because that's just what it's about. You know what I'm saying? And so that being said, that kind of rolls into the third question of, like y'all said, right now, November 3rd, that's election day. October 30th, yesterday, just ended early voting. We got two people running for the highest seat in the country. They both got similar backgrounds, to be honest.
Right.
We got Joe Biden, who was instrumental in pushing through the bill for, criminal justice bill, that mass incarceration.
Right.
Then and then even his treatment of Anita Hill during that whole, Clarence Thomas confirmation, he went at her as a woman, as if she was the one that was wrong, in that aspect. Well, the other hand, we got the president in office, who has a ton of women filing lawsuits against him. We know the famous tape, grab him by the cootie cat. You know, I mean, and his.
But what I'm trying to figure out is why are they, when they want to speak to us, they go through our entertainment.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. That's what I was
they do
getting
not
to.
represent us.
Yeah. That's what I was
Exactly.
getting to.
And I'm having a problem with, okay, you sit down with Cardi B.
Yeah.
And she's not even African American.
Right.
And you're asking her about how to help us, and it's just like the little small stuff. Like, there's bigger problems that's going on in the black community than some of the things that she was bringing up.
Right.
Okay, we understand police brutality. We understand all that.
Right.
But what else is going to help us as a people actually obtain wealth?
Right.
That's the problem.
That's
it's
it.
obtaining wealth.
Yeah.
The biggest problem, because if I'm poor and I'm having a hard time working, making money, I'm going to take it from somebody.
Right.
I'm desperate.
Yes.
And who I'm going to take it away from? The people I'm right across the street from.
Yes. Yeah.
So we have to find a way. How can we close this wage gap?
Right.
How do we close that?
Right.
How do we change the minds of black families? How do we grow? How do we teach our kids?
Right.
And have them understand how to grow a business or to start a business instead of going to school just to get a job.
Right.
And that's one of the things that I hated, because when I was growing up, it was the big thing about going to college and then getting a job.
Right.
When I did that, I realized, like, this isn't for me.
Right.
I'm making decent money. I'm good. I'm living. But this is not for me. I don't want to do this.
Right.
But now when I'm out here trying to start my own business, I don't know how to do that either.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and you're correct on that. I do agree, because, you know, when I hear so many of us, reparations, but yet, you know what? Even with your income tax check, you don't even have a real plan for it other than go splurge. So if they really did, even if they really did give us our just due, more than likely within so many months, you're going to be back broke again, because that's a condition of your mind. So you don't have a real plan. Like you just said, we need to be some people taught and trained on how to learn, and
I think as far as like me being an entertainer and seeing the like side of business and everything of the nature, as black people, we miss the gap of financial illiteracy. We're like deep dark in that part, and when somebody starts to grow, we either get envious of them, or when we growing with them, we start to be greedy and start tarnishing the business that we start together. So I just think that we got to learn financial illiteracy, and that's going to help us with our wealth side of the problem. And also, like, as far as voting, and like, I don't think it's right to choose two sides of evil, like, because you're gonna invite evil in. So I just think we got to find other parties and stop half doing voting. Like, vote every 2 years. Go vote. If you're gonna vote, just do it full way. Don't just vote for president and then walk away and think your job is done.
Yeah, you gotta vote.
You gotta
get out here and vote for everything.
Yes.
Judges, DAs,
yes,
Supreme
exactly.
Court,
it's more than just president. I agree, Nick.
A lot more against the president, because those are people that make our laws and stamp them. And president just say yes or no to it. Just be honest. And we can't get nowhere as a country.
He's really the weakest in the...
Exactly. Yeah.
I think it's just more like we talked earlier and spoke on, like, people really don't understand how the government actually works.
Right. Yeah.
Who is, because, this is not, they want to make it, to me, it's like they're trying to make it more Hitler democracy. Like, you can't do that with this country, and that's where it's trying to go.
Dictatorship.
The dictatorship, we can't do that,
Right.
So I think if we figure out, because it's going to really have to change, like you said, change people's mindset, but how are you going to get our own black people that's going to be against you to understand that they do have a voice, they do have something to say, and then teach them how to have their voice. Right. And I think that's the main platform that we do have to try to figure out how to develop for them.
Right.
Because we don't have no platforms to teach a person, and you really do have a voice, You can stand for something,
right?
Because they've been belittled so long,
right?
They get accustomed to being in that
staying down.
They get accustomed to not having their voice, you know. And like I said, with the taxes, all they're gonna do either they got to pay a bill or they're gonna splurge it.
You're right.
So pretty much your money is gone because you still got to cover bills.
Yeah.
Because you've been broke all this time, so now you got bills that been behind, so you're gonna pay on bills.
Yeah.
Or you want these shoes that you see
these Jordans
from Georgia, and he ain't played basketball how long?
Well, they want the shoes. They want a good time.
Right.
I said to a person about those Jordans. I said, man, I like them. They nice or whatever, but it's the same shoe. I can't see myself continue to pay for the same shoe. Right. $150, $170. What's that?
At 220.
Yeah.
They still too high to be because Jordan is not playing no more.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, he hasn't played since the 90s.
Exactly.
But the thing is about it is just like we're so caught into this matrix, and we don't even realize how bad we've been programmed.
Right.
Why we like name brands, shoes and stuff? They done a study on us.
Right.
They study us.
Yes.
And we don't realize that. Like they know how to sell to us.
That's right.
There's a video out on the internet that you can just pull up, and it talks about how to sell to the Negro.
That's right.
And that was just crazy to me because I was like, so they pretty much share ideas and information,
right?
And they put it into action.
Exactly.
And we sit around and we thinking that they're sitting here trying to do something. They're doing something right in front of us that we're not even actually paying attention to because we're so caught up in having a good time.
Yeah.
Who just had the new lipstick or who just got into a fight over here?
Yeah.
We're not in tune with what's going on around us.
Exactly.
We're so caught up into just like just carrying things that's happening to like what happened to so and so on Real Housewives.
Yeah, they use our emotions against us.
Yes.
Like
exactly
how we feel. Like, and they react on that every time, and they use it as a marketing tool. Like, and just all honest, that's genius. It's a genius plan, but we gotta be smart enough. Yeah, we gotta be smart enough to see it. We gotta be way smart enough to see it and understand what's going on because life it works its ways out in multiple ways, and we're just like the bottom of the step. It's pretty much how they're treating us, and we're allowing ourselves to be the bottom of the step, and it doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
So we gotta stop taking our feelings and using our feelings to dictate our actions. Yeah. I always say like if I'm buying something. I study what I'm buying. I'm watching it and just trying to see if that's a feeling or do I really want it. And I use that with everything, like throughout the days. Don't let your emotions dictate your actions.
Yeah, we're being reactive. Yeah, we're being reactive. So like every time they shoot one of my young brothers, then they know automatically they're gonna take to the streets. They already know how we're gonna respond. If we stay in the house and be quiet and actually think on this stuff. Of how we really do need to respond. We know what controls everything. Money. Start attacking that pocket, getting that pension, cutting off their money, then, some action will take place. But for you guys, I mean, this is powerful what do y'all think? Do you think like a platform like this is how we can get it started and start teaching through things like this, just even with these podcasts, start making it the teachable moment, start having sessions where you guys, even the men are speaking, because that's what I'm used to. I had strong men. I was blessed to have that in my life for guidance. Even my mother was a strong woman, but she was strong enough to let my father be the leader, and he took the lead and took the reins. And so I like a platform like this where we can, because I'm definitely more than willing for our group to continue to bring on men like yourselves and whoever else to help start trying to teach and get the word out on, like you said, just government, just financial literacy. As Nick said, this is a young man just getting started with his life. Kel and Jada on this call, these are men with families and, so they trying to keep it going. And we're pleading with our people to stop fighting. Stop, I read some of Ice Cube, like you said, the entertainers. I'm not mad at him for trying. But at the same time, when one of the first things that he said was make Juneteenth a holiday, At this point, that's damn low on the totem pole.
Like, right.
I beg to differ on that, but I have a different opinion about that.
What's your opinion? What's your opinion?
And the reason because basically, if you look at Juneteenth is really only a South thing. That was only celebrated in the South in Texas.
Right.
And I just look at it and say, why would I want to celebrate our ignorance?
Right.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know.
Right.
We didn't know that we was already free.
Right.
Like, and I just feel like that just go back to show like we're just happy to get anything.
Yes.
Like I don't agree with that.
Right.
So I feel like it's something that shouldn't be celebrated. Now it's something we should remember.
Yes.
What they did to us to keep us from going through that again.
Right.
But I just don't feel like it's something that we should just completely celebrate in a way to where we just take this and just have parties and just act like it's all fun and games.
Right.
Because people died.
We was already free.
Yeah.
And then even after that, they still kept slaves.
Yep.
They still had slaves.
Right.
And they're still able to enslave us.
Right.
Because when you go to jail, you become a slave.
Thank you.
Slave of the state.
Exactly. And that's, which I know that's a very small piece of what he has in his black contract with America. And like he said, it's a living document, constantly he's trying to improve on or whatever. But that just stuck out to me because I agree with what you're saying. I was like, why is that one even on there? So.
And the main thing that stuck out to me is like they always talk about the tax bracket, the taxes, about the rich gonna stay rich. The poor going to stay poor. But we have the poor. Yes, he's not going to do this with the taxes. But you're not reaping the benefits of this. It's not for you.
Nope.
You're not getting that tax bracket. The entertainers that's making that money are getting that bracket. So that's the reason why they're talking. Because they want that tax bracket. They want that.
Not at a 1099, you at a W-2.
Okay.
But you have those that go, they like, oh, we want to be party. Yeah, we're going Republican because of this.
Right.
Well, you're not even, I asked one person, I said, so are you benefiting from this? Like, tell me the reason why.
Right.
Because if you're not in that bracket, you're not reaping the benefits of the tax bracket that he's offering.
Right.
You're not getting it.
Right.
So what are you talking about?
Exactly.
But they heard it from somebody else. That's why
exactly.
I would say this.
You're right.
I would add this on that note.
Ask them a question. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I would just say like I feel like, what about the middle class? Because we got somebody that represents the poor. We got somebody that represents the rich. But middle class don't get nothing. They just get beat.
We the only country with a middle class.
Yeah.
True.
That's true. Yeah, true. That's true.
But even being that, we have to evolve. Like everybody, like with voting, to have everybody vote and everything go down the right way, it got to be voting of the people. If the middle class don't have nobody to represent them or speak for them, then there's going to be no votes of the people. Like everybody don't get their voice.
Get the independent people.
Well, they're slowly trying to get rid of the middle class.
Yeah. That's it.
True.
Yeah, it's trying to be eliminated.
They're slowly trying to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you think about it, everything is steady going up, but we're still making the same amount of money.
Right.
And they're starting to get rid of certain jobs because now you can computerize it. Because I can't call any business today without some automated system.
Correct.
Answering the phone.
Right.
I'm so tired of it.
Yes, that's true.
I can't talk to anybody. I have to talk to someone.
Right.
Because I have to tell them exactly what I want to do.
Right.
But this automatic system will give me the runaround, and then when I actually do get through, we don't have any agency.
Right.
Or I have to pay extra for that. I have to pay for that. Like if I call to pay a bill, they charge me nothing to pay the bill automated. But if I call someone, they're going to charge me $5.
Right.
So basically, I'm paying for your employee every time I talk to one.
Exactly. Yep. That's true.
So I'm finding different ways to get your money. It's just they're being more clever.
Yeah. So, most definitely.
They being a lot more clever. So I mean, it's just a cycle. I just think that as we need to figure out how can we build our own community.
Yeah.
And how can we build our own town? Like I like what they're doing out there in Atlanta, where they're building. When those 19 families bought all the land.
Yes.
To try to build on.
Exactly.
That's how it all is going to start.
Yes.
It's us as a team, like I understood where they was coming from with the Tulsa real estate fund.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a great idea.
Right.
But you have to have the right people trying to execute.
That's true.
The guy who's actually trying to execute it is not really qualified to be trying to execute something like that.
Right.
But if we did that as a whole and tried to buy areas and build our own cities, we can have the type of place we want to have. Because other races, other cultures, they do that. And they make sure their culture runs these areas.
Right.
Meaning the businesses in these areas are our businesses.
Right.
We only buy from us. So by the time their dollar leaves their community, they spent like revolving money like over $100,000.
Exactly.
We can't even keep $60 in the area.
Right. Right. You're right.
If we go to the corner store,
mm-hmm.
we're buying from an Asian guy or Indian guy who don't even want to touch our hand.
That's right. That's right.
And I saw that myself.
Yes.
The guy who owned the corner store right up the street, nothing but black folks coming in there. He wouldn't even. He talked crazy to every black person.
In our neighborhood.
He didn't even want to shake his hand. Yeah,
right.
In my neighborhood.
Right.
I live here.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
And I'm not a criminal. I don't go out here and rob anybody. So why are you treating me this way?
That's right.
So,
that's right.
If I stop coming, where your business gonna be?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's the thing, because it's like we haven't. It's almost like, okay, Tulsa, we know about that. We know about the Rosewoods of Florida and places like that where we had our own Black Wall Streets. Yes, they burnt them down, tore them up. And then it's like we gave up after that. We didn't, now in Tulsa, obviously they killed a ton of the people that were there. But it never got rebuilt. Nothing like you're saying. So I'm with you. I love what's happening there in Atlanta, where those 19 families are doing that. That's what it's going to take, because you can go almost anywhere. It's a Chinatown. And what does everybody want to do? When you go traveling, you want to go into Chinatown. You want to go see. You want to go, and you guess what you're doing? You're spending your money in Chinatown. Whether it's to eat, whether it's to buy trinkets, whatever. You spending your money there. But guess what that is? That is their community that they truly own. So... yeah, it's a lot we need to do as well. Yeah. People got upset when Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law, said, well, he's not going to support black people and want them to be more successful than they do. Well, to a certain extent, that's kind of true.
Yeah, it is.
To a certain extent, that's kind of true. It don't represent all of us, but that's kind of true. When you have those that are just happy with going and getting the Jordans that they cannot afford, the ones of us that are on food stamps, but we always hungry. What the hell is that about? I don't understand.
Don't make sense.
And I'm not dogging anybody that's on food stamps, but I'm just like, we got to start retraining our brain and our thought process and playing long ball with this, and realize what we really need. I mean, Nick said it earlier, of what are we buying and purchasing things that we need, or are we just doing what we want to make ourselves feel good? Like it says, it's just a feel good purchase, then feel good purchases will get you in a whole lot of trouble.
Bunch of trouble, debt and everything else.
Yeah, it'll get you in a whole bunch of trouble.
And that's why I think that financial literacy is important, because that's the gap that they bridge from us, because that's what they keeping us behind with our money.
Right.
Like that's the most important thing that we can have is our money, because our money equals power.
Yeah.
And if you got power, then you got control.
Yeah.
So we got to understand what the value of our money is.
Yeah.
And we got to use it in the ways that it'll make our people successful, just like they do. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me that everybody walks around here screaming that they want to be a CEO, but they don't know that chairmen control the companies of the CEO. Right. CEO is just a manager, a hired manager of a business. So we got to start learning how businesses run, how to operate a business, and how to make our own business so we can get out of these brackets.
Right. I agree. Jada, you have any input as well, sir? I know we've been talking.
Y'all know I do a few things. I have heard and have also said, things in regards to the Jordans and
financial literacy, and that those definitely do have a point. Mm-hmm. However, I do just want to point out that in all of what we talk about, the foundation of it, I won't say has to, but we do well for the foundation to be the data. Now, when we talk about slavery, we can't mention it in a bubble because I forget the source. But there's for those who are on YouTube, there's a channel that I listen to faithfully called Breaking Brown for the past 2 or 3 years now. Mm-hmm. Almost every Monday. Fellow alum named Yvette Carnell, who went to the same school. She has this channel that focuses on political education. And on one of the episodes, she said, she was quoting the source and said, she titled it ADOS, the term she came up with called American Descendants of Slavery, are re-enslaved almost every 50 years. Mm-hmm. And it kind of struck me, but then she broke it down. 1865 was slavery, quote unquote, ending. Right around 1910 with the black codes, convict leasing, that sharecropping that effectively re-enslaved a lot of us.
Right.
And 50 years later, when one of our aunts and uncles, maybe even parents were born, with redlining, discrimination, affirmative action, which we're not even anywhere close to the biggest recipients of.
Right.
And then now with the continued effects of and consequence of mass incarceration.
Right.
That every 50 years there's been I would say deliberate effort, a concentrated effort to keep us in a certain place, and that place is at the bottom.
Right.
I thought recently of just what a waste of time racism is.
Right.
And I thought of that in regards to, I was just thinking about all these different black inventors that in the time in which it was often illegal to read, going to college was out of the question.
Right.
For the most part. And there just was not a lot of encouragement towards black achievement. It wasn't even thought of a lot of times as something that we were capable of doing.
Exactly.
There's all kinds of inventions that not only save time, but save lives and improve lives. Mm-hmm. You got the gas mask, you got the shoe fastener, we got things in regards to air conditioning, refrigeration. I mean, it's just a whole list. It's just, a little Google search away. I won't go down the full list.
Right.
But in that time, there was the effort held back even more life improving and life value adding inventions being brought to the table, or often stolen as well. So I say that because we can acknowledge what we see and should acknowledge what we see, but always remember our genius in the midst of it. Right. And in terms of the foolishness that we see and can't ignore, that's an unlearning that has to happen. And just like I said earlier, in a relationship, the unlearning takes place either by direct challenge or through example.
Right.
And so, it is on us and others like us to get serious about, at least, we don't have to condemn anyone, we don't have to shame anyone, but serious about challenging some of these behaviors and narratives that we see. We can't afford to just shake our head. There are folks that we know and love and might be a part of our lives that we have to actually not only engage, but hey, let's see what else we can we can find out in terms of a course to undertake to move forward in life and the things that we want to do. Now, in regards to the data, it's been shown pretty recent, in the last several years, that black folks have a higher rate of savings than white counterparts. And so that's, like Brother was saying, financial literacy is still definitely needed and essential, all of that. But even without that not necessarily being part of the equation, we still save at a higher rate.
Right.
So that speaks to us having a decent understanding of the dog. A lot of what we see, though, is so it's for all of us, it's targeted at all of us. There's so much foolishness that is elevated in media as almost exclusive to us. So it's the only thing that's highlighted, and the mind naturally starts to look towards that as kind of the first and foremost thing. When in reality, there's probably a lot of us in terms of percentage-wise that have no interest in drugs. There's not anything wrong with having it in the first place, but in all of it, we do need to bring strategy to the forefront, put emotionalism on the back burner.
Right.
It's gotten us nowhere.
Right.
And the last thing I guess I'd say is, in regards to reparations, why in my opinion, we can't afford to kind of shrug it aside is the fact that in this country, this country that, from a factual standpoint, that we really built, if you look at it, in the mid-1800s, a slave was on average worth more than a house. And so that is and yes, we're phenomenal people, but we have the same arms, legs, genitals, brains as anyone else.
Right.
So I say that because we just like we pick cotton and harvested and whatnot, white folks could have done the same in that.
Right.
They saw a way to avoid that, and ended up using our labor for free. And so from that, though, the way business works, and the way business works in this country for every other culture, is that there's a debt owed. There's a debt that's been satisfied, whether it be Japanese, whether it be Chinese, whether it be a great deal of the Native Americans who also owned, several tribes owned a great portion of African slaves as well. It's not known a lot, and there's also more often than not have excluded black folk from their tribe and excluding them from their tribe, excluding them from participation in the financial resources and financial gain. Those, and I think I'm sure there's another culture too that I've missed, including European Jews. And notice I said European Jews, there are Jews all over the world.
Right.
In regards to European Jews, World War II never took place in American soil. But they have consistently received reparations from the U.S.
Right.
To the tune of several tens of millions of dollars a year.
Right.
And so there's a debt that is owed to us that, to different people might be a priority in terms of higher or lower. To different people it might be different in terms of the reality of it ever coming true. But we can't forget it. And why it's important to me to remember, especially in this time, is because there's so much that is that is built, even down to these jails and prisons that some of us, myself included, work in.
Right.
It does not just come by. It doesn't just come by happenstance of them being able to be built in the numbers that they are built. There are more Black American men in jail than the entire population of women in jail around the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yet we're not even 20% of the population. Let that sink in for a moment. That doesn't just come because we turn up that much and we're just that disrespectful and we just like to steal that much. No, that's just not true.
Right.
That was done by strategy and by plan.
Right. Yeah. I agree. Because that's like totally eliminating us, because without you all, men have the seed. So we women can want it all we want to have a baby, but we can't have a baby without a seed. We cannot reproduce. So to take y'all away from us, then bam, that's eliminating. Everything like you said is a plan. And it's strategic. And
as all these testing scores.
Yeah, as Kel stated earlier, they study us. They really do. I'm in clinical research. Jada, you've been in clinical research. We know. We've been test dummies for a lot of things, and I'm trying to want to hopefully get something started on that side to where we can stop being the test dummy and we can actually be on the seat at the table, the other side of this thing, to where we're controlling what comes in our villages. Because in Africa, you have to go to all the elders and the chiefs of that village to present your project before they will allow you to do research there. But you think about it, even when COVID first jumped off, Africa had the lowest numbers, but where did they want to go test at first? Over in Africa. So it's like we are the bloodline. They know we're the bloodline, but we haven't figured out we're the bloodline. And like Kel said, we got to figure this out, and we better wake up real quick because there's a movie called Eyes Wide Shut. Well, that's where we've been for too long. Our eyes been shut. They've been wide but shut, so to a lot of things, I mean, you guys have already kind of touched on it. Our next question is about voting. What would you say to those who feel like their vote doesn't count? In all of this. I mean, y'all pretty much already touched on it about stop voting only for a president. Yeah. There's a whole lot more at stake.
I would say, I don't know, being one of those people that felt like my vote didn't count because of the previous election. Like, coming from that side, like, you gotta make your vote count. And when I say that, like what I said earlier, don't just vote halfway. Don't just vote for this party because your friend told you to vote for a party or your people around you influence you to vote for a party. Vote for something that you truly believe in because that's going to last with your vote and you're going to feel like your vote was received right or you did something right with your vote. So.
Right. Kel and Jada, what do y'all say on that?
I would say basically the same thing, but also add on another way in which to make it count is this is really just kind of a revelation I've seen recently. If all of us look at who's most successful in our lives, it's not it's that person might have a degree, that person might live in whatever area they might drive, whatever. But none of that is why they're successful. Why they're successful is because, regardless of the area, the discipline, they're serious about being serious. And so I really think about that. It's really true. But even when I think about it, my best friend, I'm the oldest of the oldest sisters, who's doing just phenomenal in Maryland. She has a master's degree. She only had a high school education. She's serious about being serious to whatever she sets her hands to. So likewise, that same kind of determination used to belong to us politically and starting to prioritize obtaining information, and also someone encouraged to the forefront to challenge the status quo, challenge these narratives. I asked recently on my social media, why are we seeing black men basically being shamed in regards to black men who are choosing to vote for Trump versus Biden.
Right.
When in the Latino community, there's easily 2 or 3 times that number that are voting for Trump. And that's the Latino community. A lot of that community, including there's some people also from Mexico who not so on the ratio of kindness.
Right.
And so, but they're not receiving the same criticism anywhere near. And so that doesn't, people might say, oh, that's, the black men are X-Y. Well, no, that's the truth behind that is that the party, that's the party talking about, in this case, the Democratic Party, has not brought enough able to engage black men where they see the value of exchange for that vote.
Mm-hmm.
Or was the fact alone? And so that underscores the necessity of being able to really stand on your square and demand what you need.
Right.
As building the parent is clearly the most similar than a lot of us would like to admit. And I'm still, not that, but I'm still saddened by the fact that 19 candidates, and with the Democratic Party, and 22 candidates 4 years ago with the Republican Party, including a governor who has successfully done that. That is who they brought to the forefront. But that's also the result of them bringing the people that people were right around so they could identify.
Mm-hmm.
So those political demands can really start to make traction, given enough time and given enough focus. That's what I was.
Right. Kel, I know you got something to say.
What was the question again?
Well, it said, what would you say to those that feel like their vote doesn't count?
What would I say?
Yeah, or do you agree that your vote doesn't count?
I don't necessarily disagree or agree.
Uh-huh.
I just feel as though we have to figure out what's important to African Americans as a whole, blacks as a whole.
Right.
As far as like who you vote for,
right?
That's not. I don't care.
Right.
If you feel like it's a benefit to you, you're gonna vote for whoever is beneficial to you.
Exactly.
But you have to understand what is gonna be beneficial to your life,
right.
Or if you want to just look at what's gonna be beneficial as to black people as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you say, if you vote for Trump, yeah, you're getting all these tax breaks and stuff like that, but is that really beneficial to you?
Exactly.
Or if you vote for Biden, they're going to be taxing more and you're supposed to receive some of those benefits, but is it going to benefit you?
Right.
Because at the same time, you still have to look at, am I even in a position for any of this to benefit me?
Exactly.
And too many times, we're not even in a position for any of it to benefit us.
Right.
So that's why you may not feel like your vote counts.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't matter.
Right.
Who gets elected.
Right.
So you just have to look at it from that perspective. So it's hard for really to say your vote counts or whatever if you're not even in the thought process of what's going on around you, as far as like what are we voting for?
Right.
Are we just voting for a president, or are we voting for policy?
Right.
I'd rather vote for policy.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I voted.
Mm-hmm.
Did I really want to vote? Probably not.
Right.
Because I didn't like either candidate.
Right. But then we had all the judges that are on the list. You know, like y'all said earlier, we have other things at stake that also is a part of
that affect us personally.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Basically, they have to learn about who's going to be the judges here,
mm-hmm.
who's the governor here,
right.
That's what they need to learn.
Right.
Quit worrying about the president.
Right.
The president doesn't affect you actually, like directly.
Yes, as
these officials.
Right.
These officials affect you directly.
Mm-hmm.
So your vote counts if you know who you're voting for.
You're right.
If you go in there blindly, you're not gonna feel that way.
Right.
Because you don't even know what you're voting for. Like even yesterday when I voted, I'm at the voting booth,
mm-hmm.
and the lady she thought I was already done voting. I can read.
Right.
I read very well.
Exactly.
I have a college degree.
Yeah, can comprehend what you read.
I can comprehend what I'm reading.
Right.
So when I got to the end to check my questions,
right.
As far as like if I was against or for something, I had to make sure that I picked the right one.
Exactly.
Because I'm not for a certain tax for certain reasons.
That's right. That's right. Exactly.
So I'm not just going to say I'm for this and I'm really against it.
Exactly.
I have to read and understand what I'm voting for.
Exactly.
But it's like she was so caught up in trying to get me out the door. And she kept saying, "Well, you need to just hit this button and you're done." I'm like, "I'm not done."
No, I don't. Thank you. I'm not done. Right.
So it's just like a lot of the time we're blindly voting, and we're already assumed to be voting a certain way.
Yes.
Now I don't discuss who I voted for or whatever, but at the same time, when I was walking up, it was just like obvious that everyone there was like, "Oh, that's good. You need to tell her you don't know who I'm voting for."
Exactly. That's why that booth is private. That's what I tell them. That's why that booth is private. You know.
So that's why I look when I look at these people when I'm going to like, don't congratulate me. You don't know who I'm voting for.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it's just a civic duty that we should do.
Right.
Because our ancestors died for these things.
Right.
And I feel like we should go out and do them.
Right.
But at the same time, we have to be informed.
Right.
That's the main key. We got to be informed of the people that we're voting for.
Exactly. Because like you said, just mentioned, our ancestors, they did fight and got beat down for this, you know. But guess what? They also, with me coming from older parents, I know at family reunions, things that they taught us and told us about, they were a part of the beat downs. You know, my grandmother and them were a part of the beat downs. My grandparents were born in the 1800s. You know what I'm saying? So they were a part of that fight. But they were also informed. That's why they fought so hard for the vote. We have gotten lazier and lazier over the generations that we're not putting in the legwork that they did. You know, so they were actually, like you just said, they knew once they were able to walk up to that courthouse and vote, because most of them, they had to go to the courthouse, which was surrounded by those that were threatening them. You know, they knew who they were going to vote for going in. You know, so, I mean, we have gotten so lazy because I think we've become so entitled. We became accepting of everything. We think that we're a part of something. Right. When you start feeling like you have nothing to fight for, you feel like you've already obtained what you should have obtained. Exactly. And we haven't even reached that. Yeah, we haven't scratched the surface. In our own mind, we feel like we're there and we're not. Right. And we have so much further to go. And we don't have any real leaders. Right. And it was more leaders back then. There was more people keeping everyone informed. Right. Like I said, everyone is so
interested in being entertained.
Yes.
And versus learning something. Because one of the things that I understand about the entertainment business from the acting side and also being behind the scenes, it's entertainment.
Right.
It's entertainment.
Right.
And people will spend money to be entertained.
Yep.
Basically, they want to forget about their problems and they want to see something else on the TV to help them either laugh, cry, whatever.
Right.
Now, you have an easier chance to get people to come into a movie theater to watch something that's funny versus that's informative. That's why they never want to do black movies when we were talking about black history, because they felt like black people was not interested in hearing.
That's right. That's right.
Our problem.
That's right.
That's not a white person's problem.
That's right.
Our problem.
That's right. That's right.
We're not willing to learn.
Exactly.
We need to want better for ourselves.
Right.
Even with the music that we listen to. Don't get me wrong. I listen to hip hop. I listen to rap. I listen to whatever.
I listen to all of it. Yeah.
But I listen to all of it. But the thing I do understand, I need to turn that off sometimes.
Exactly.
And I need to feed my mind with something that's going to be
positive.
It's going to be helpful and positive, and it's going to put me in this thing where I feel like I need to understand, like to gain growth or whatever. It's
That's
just,
right.
I just feel like as a people, we allow ourselves to be in this predicament versus we're fighting against it. We're allowing it to happen,
right?
Because we're trying to blame somebody. One thing that I know about, even with my life, is you can blame someone for everything that happened to you.
Right.
But you can't change You can't change anything if you don't see your own fault.
That's right.
So we have to start finding fault in what we're doing.
Yeah.
And change that.
Right.
Maybe we'll get different results.
Right.
But we can't expect them to change.
Right.
We can only change ourselves.
Right. Right. Well, and you know what? That's so true, Kel, because, I watched some attack, even Bill Cosby. Back when he was saying long time back, hey, you spending this much money to put your little baby in Nikes and all this name brand stuff that they're going to grow out of. And a lot of us he need to shut up. He need to do this and that. All he was trying to do then was tell us what you just said. We need to rethink some things and process, prioritize. Steve Harvey, he got knocked down and kicked. I understood where he was coming from when he made the comment that rich people don't sleep.
Right.
I saw how it came across, but I understood where he was coming from. It's like what you said. Yeah, take that moment to unplug. We're not saying you don't relax and chill, have your fun moments or whatever, but boy, you got to put your grind on. You got to be in it and absorb more positive stuff and information that's going to uplift you, make you smarter than a fifth grader, and get after it. I mean, it just, like you said, a lot of it, we really are our own worst enemies, where we're keeping ourselves down, and everything. I want to send some shouts out to Corey and Lil Richard. They are watching us right now. I thank you guys for joining us in this as well. But if you guys have comments, please let us know. We'll read them over the air. But yeah, we are really fighting ourselves and beating ourselves down on some things. Yes, we do understand systemic racism. We are not dismissing any of that. So I don't, y'all, the folks that's on here that know me, send me a comment if you want to, but I know what I'm talking about because I have done my research. We're not dismissing that part of this at all, but we're also, like Kel just said, the young brother that's talking the truth. We gotta own our own stuff too, and our own mistakes as well. Where it's kind of like being that addict. You can't get no help until I admit that I need some help. That I got a problem. So, stop playing the blame game. Anybody that got kids, what do we try to teach them? Don't whine. Don't blame it on nobody else. Did you, just pick up the rag. If somebody else dropped it, don't point out, oh, Nick dropped that rag. That's Nick's rag. If I'm closest to it, it needs to be picked up. Just pick it up. And that's what we're not doing with one another. Instead, I'm dogging Nick because it looked like he doing better than me. It looked like it. I need to be his best cheerleader. Because I don't know. That's his lane. His lane ain't my lane. But ain't we all going down that same road? So, if my car's the biggest and y'all are walking, damn it, get in the car with me. I don't need to bypass y'all. I need to pick y'all up. Because guess what? If that road's a long road and I can't make that trip by myself, I might fall asleep at the wheel. So see, when I get tired, if I pick y'all up, I can pull over, hand y'all the keys, and I can take my nap while somebody else keep driving. That's the mindset we got to get ourselves back into. We've gotten away from it. We into this instant microwave, like I said, back on the reparations. Well, what are we going to do about it? We also build wealth in the stock market. Half of us, the majority of us, don't know how to buy one stock, even with my house, I'm the one, I don't have children, but guess what? I'm going to, God bless me, turn this over. If he strike me dead tonight, I have a plan and it's set up legally. Who's going to get this? Who this will go to? I've been talking to my family members of, hey, you ain't got to live in this house. I ain't telling you, I ain't forcing you, but this is what I've upgraded it to, and you can rent it. Don't sell this, rent it, so that you have residual income to add to and continue to build your wealth or start your wealth. That's another place that they're beating us, and getting us going. And so I'm like, we gotta start doing those things for one another, like you're saying. But that was the questions that were sent in to us. You guys feel free to speak on any other things that you would have. Otherwise, I'd like for you guys to put in some little plugs for your own self, because we are here to try to build and uplift one another. I can't speak on everybody else, but that's what Quad Consulting is about. We're here to try to help one another. So I do appreciate you all being on here and speaking on to these little questions that we did have come in, and your input on everything. Because it's all valuable. I am used to true men leading. I appreciate it, and because y'all are leading, from all ages. This young man, little Nick, Kel, and Jada, y'all are all doing this, and so please know, I hope y'all all know that y'all got a cheerleader in me, because I'm going to be loud and proud every time. And I definitely got y'all back, criminal justice stuff go on, and I'm on that side. I also do security, level 3 commissioned officer. But guess what? I'll come running. Y'all better not call me if you need to. I will come running. It's like Harlem Nights. I shoot somebody in the pinky toe. Save my brothers, I know what this is about. I done peeped the game, and I'm glad that I recognize what the game is, so, hey. But I will start with little Nick. He's the youngest in this batch, so you want to plug yourself? Hey, can't nobody tell about yourself better than you can. So you go for it, brother.
As far as everything, as far as my career, November 13th, Dark Knight drops. Anything else besides that, I just really want to touch on mental health, because I see that's a thing that's being talked about, but not as much as I feel should be talked about. So as far as everybody out there that has friends that's dealing with mental health, or somebody that could be capable of dealing with mental health, just check on your friends that always look happy. In the words of Heath Ledger, just check on somebody that that's always happy, and that would just be my touch on that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about your music and stuff?
Yeah, November 13th, Dark Knight drops. Video premieres the same day as Dark Knight.
Okay.
Anything else will be promoted on my Instagram.
All right. And what's your Instagram handle?
Instagram is LILNNICK, no spaces, no caps.
All right. Well, we appreciate you, little Nick.
Thank you.
All right. Kel, Mr. Third Eye Vision. We definitely appreciate you, my brother.
Thank you. This is Kel Davis. I'm an owner and founder of Third Eye Vision Pictures. We've been in business for like 4 years. You can go check out the website on Third Eye Vision Pictures. That's THRDEYSIONPICTURES.com. Or you can either go onto Facebook and pull up Third Eye Vision Pictures, or you can go to Instagram and find us on there. We do video production, so if you need anything from commercial to a film to just a little promo or a testimonial, we shoot all that, and we do it for an affordable price. I want to say thank you for having me here. I appreciate that. And also keep me in your prayers. We have something that before I actually got onto the call, I received a call about a very, very good opportunity that's actually coming next year that I'm going to be a part of. And it's going to actually change some things. But
all right.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but the prayers are already going up while you saying it, brother. Prayers are going up because I have seen your work. I have seen your work, and that is, hey, y'all go to every site he just told y'all because this man is powerful. So, and support him. Don't be that crab grabbing his heel. Because guess what? I'm his auntie and I'm going to chop your hand off. So, all right. Just know that. All right. Yes, my nephew. All these my nephews on here. All of y'all. It ain't always about blood. This my family.
Right.
This my family. And they know I'm a loud cheerleader. So, look at here. They know it. And I'll fight in a minute, boy. Fight every way I can for them. I'll fight every way I can. So, y'all come on with this. Let's do this, y'all. Let's build this. We got our own real village. We just got to get back together. We got to pull it back together. We going to get there. Mr. Jada, you got to promote yourself, my brother.
Sorry, y'all. It's so sorry I got disconnected. My Instagram handle is at the New Bull. That's THENEWBULL. So feel free to follow me on there. I'm kind of actually like to people on Facebook also. If you put in the hashtag courage is rising, you'll see a lot of my different thoughts on this life and accountability, things of that nature, etc. And even more important than any of that, I'm the proud brand ambassador for my brother's business is called Slim Pickens Outfitters.
Yes.
And it is the only black-owned outfitters shop in the nation.
That's right.
It's located in Stephenville, Texas.
Yes.
Again, it's the only black-owned outfitter shop in the entire nation.
Right.
And so, when things like that come up, and there's several articles out there, including recently featured in Men's Health online, talking more about the store and whatnot. But it's just so important that we support that, because not only is it black-owned, but he has such a passion for the outdoors and just treating people right. He has an incredible eye for design, and actually putting my shoes on to head down to the shop right now.
Okay.
A few hours down the road.
Yeah, we can hear you, brother. We can hear you.
Show some support and love. You hear me huffing and puffing. Oh, man.
Yeah.
But the website is Slim Pickens Outfitters. So SLIMPICKINS Outfitters. OUTFITTERS.com. Right. Where you can check the store out. They purchase it on Instagram. It's SP Outfitters.
Okay.
SPOUTFITTERS.
All right.
And that's me. Thank y'all so much for allowing me to be on. I just love building with others, and I bet you already know what it is.
Oh yeah. So that was Slim Pickings Outfitters, the only black one. Y'all hear that? I need y'all to support this. This down in Stevensville. We got Kel Davis, Third Eye Vision Pictures. You hear me? Third eye. Not that first, second, that's the third eye. All right. And then we got Lil Nick over here gonna drop that music down November 13th, that mixtape, iTunes. He gave his Instagram. Mr. Camry wasn't able to come in. Unfortunately, got held up a little bit, but he has Kingdom Security, Personal Protection. All right. These are all black-owned black men. And I'm saying men. There's a difference between boys to men. You understand me? You hear me? If you don't know, look it up. Nobody shouldn't be stupid with Google. Nobody shouldn't be stupid with Google. All right? So if you go to a dictionary, that you don't understand. All right? We want to appreciate Corey and Little Richard. We hope you all from this one. This is the first of many roundtables for our men from Quad. And we will try to put together another panel to educate and promote. All right? We appreciate Corey, Lil Richard, all of y'all, Kel, Lil Nick, Jada. Thank y'all so much. We out of here. Have a blessed day.
You all do the same.
Okay.